Alright, you guys, the baby is taking a nap. I have no idea how long he'll nap for. It could be anywhere from 10 minutes to about 2 hours. Well, we'll see the kind of luck that I have today. But I wanted to take advantage and film. I have not filmed in a very long time. Last time I filmed, I was pregnant, expecting to have a C-section. None of that happened. Well, I had a baby, obviously, 3 months ago, and I ended up not having a C-section. So that's a whole story. I don't know if you guys want to hear about that. I ended up getting induced, and it was just horrific. So I don't want to really get into that unless you guys are really interested in that. But I will talk a little bit about how motherhood has been going for me. Things outside of, being a new mom have been very difficult. Late last month, I lost one of my sisters. So things have been sad. Thankfully, I'm so thankful that I have my boy who really has helped me push through. He brings joy in my life. He fills up my heart, although at times I feel like it's just wounded beyond repair. But then I see his little face and his little smile, and all that has been very helpful. So I thank God that I have him. He came right when I needed him. So yeah, I mean, I just want to get back into my groove with things as best as I can. It's gonna be hard, but I have a good time filming, and it gets me out of my rut. So that's what we're gonna do today. Actually, before I go on with foundation, I'm going to apply some primer. So we'll just talk about hopefully more like uplifting things, because like I said, I'm also here to distract myself. Now, I do want to make a little bit of a change within my channel. I really enjoy talking about makeup. I mean, hello, that's why I started doing this. But I want to start also incorporating lifestyle. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that because I feel so awkward filming still. I've been posting on YouTube for years now, and I feel super awkward about it. But I do want to just open up a little bit more about me personally, things that, I'm doing on a day-to-day, just kind of lifestyle stuff. Like I said, I really enjoy doing get ready with me. So videos like today, I'm just gonna get ready for the day. It doesn't have to be for anything specifically special, because these days that's not really happening. But just to get ready and show you guys what I'm using, and then just talk about other things as well. So we'll see. I just don't want to be so limited with just talking about makeup. But if you guys have any ideas as to what kind of videos you'll want to see on my channel, feel free to let me know. I am totally down to hear some suggestions. I need help, you guys. All right, so moving along with today's makeup, I'm gonna start off with the YSL All Hours foundation. I really like this. Pretty much every foundation I've tried this year, except for a Danessa Myricks one. I don't know if it was the Yummy foundation. That I did not like, but aside from that, everything else I've bought this year has been so good foundation-wise. And this one is a runner-up for me to be in first place. The Lancome is also gorgeous. I used that one yesterday though, so I thought I would change it up today. But look at how pretty that looks. Just very natural. So yeah, guys, can you believe I have a 3-month-old? I can't believe it. First of all, I still can't believe I'm a mom. That's insane. Being a mom is definitely a beautiful thing, though I will admit that it took me a while to really accept that this is my new reality, my new life. It felt so surreal at first. The baby blues, that's another thing that most definitely happened to me. It was so hard and almost difficult to explain. Okay, I'm gonna go in now with concealer. I have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is really good. Mine is old. It's actually kind of gunky because it is super old, but it's good and it still works, so I'm using it, but I should replace it. All of that was hard to deal with, but it's over, thank God. Everything's been good so far in that aspect. And yeah, I mean, my son is the best sleeper at night. Oh my gosh. He is so good at night. If he wakes up, he wants to be fed, we burp him, change him, he falls right back to sleep. So now that he's 3 months, he goes to bed between 7 and 8, and he'll wake up between 2 and 3:30 for his first feed. And then after that is usually sometime after 7. So he's been great. And there have been a few times where he won't wake up all night until like 6 in the morning. He is amazing. During the day, it's a different story. The fact that he's taking it, oh my gosh, I see him moving. I was like, the fact that he took a nap today and it was not hard to put him down is almost a miracle, because it's so hard to get him to take a nap. And that's why I was like, you know what? I want to film. I just blow dry my hair. My room has been set up. My husband was kind enough to help me set up everything here. And so I was like, let me take advantage. Let me film real quick. And here I am, being a little chatterbox and allowing my son time to interrupt my filming here. So hopefully he goes back to sleep. I've got a monitor right here. Oh my gosh, his eyes are wide open. Hopefully he goes back to sleep. He's not being fussy. He looks lazy, so we'll see. I might have to pause. Wow, isn't this looking great? I put on way too much concealer. As typical, when I'm talking, I go overboard, especially with the concealer. All right, so let me set this. I've been using, it's just easy to grab this guy here to set the under eyes. This is the fair shade, so I don't do it all over my face. Otherwise, it's going to be way too light. But I like to kind of add it down here, set the concealer, and just like my T-zone area with it, to add a little bit of brightness as well. Okay, for the rest of the face, I've pulled this guy out. I'm trying to really use it because I've had it for a while. It's the La Mer powder. And it's nice. This is not a foundation that you necessarily have to set. I like the finish of it very much, except that if I'm going to be using powder over my foundation, I do like to at least do a light sweep of some powder throughout the face, so that the bronzers, the blush, if I decide to apply highlight, all of that blends in seamlessly, rather than risking it skipping and look patchy if I just go straight over the foundation. So I think even if you have dry skin, just a light layer, just find a powder that works for you. This one from Rodile is so good, the glass powder, I love it. So something like that, you can pick up a small amount with a soft brush, a large one, and just lightly set your foundation, and then everything will just glide on much easier. So I didn't apply too much there, just like I said, a little something. This is how we are looking. We are looking. Let me do my eyebrows real quick, and I'm gonna go check on my son as well. So I'll be right back. He is full on awake. So say hello. No, but I want you to keep your pacifier in so that you don't make too much noise, at least for now. Oh no, you're smiling too much. You're smiling too much. Are you gonna let mommy finish over here? He napped for 25 minutes about. yeah, that's how you gave me. He, I honestly thought he was gonna nap a lot more. A lot longer, because it is later in the morning and he didn't take his early morning nap. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to put you in your little bouncer here, because I thought we're gonna stay calm and you look like you've got some energy. Oh, well, shit, let me take you out of your swaddle, and then I can introduce you to everybody. At this point, I keep his arms out of the swaddle because he fights it, and so he gets out of the swaddle and I feel like it just interrupts his sleep. So, oh, I forgot I took off your pants because it's a little warm in your nursery. Alright, so guys, this is my baby boy. He scratched his little nose yesterday. So his name is Hugo. His middle name is Atilano, which was my grandfather's middle name as well. Say hi, baby. Say hi. You like looking at yourself in the monitor? Huh? His hair cracks me up. So right now it's a little fluffy like in the back, but it looks like he's got like this perfect like hairdo in the front, and then in the back, actually that doesn't look that bad right now considering I was laying down. It's all patchy and super long back here. Oh baby, I make fun of your hair, but I love it. I love it. So this is my baby. All right, so let's see what else we can do with today's makeup. This bronzer is so beautiful. I had totally forgotten how gorgeous it is. It's the Radiance Bronze Light from Hourglass. Now it is like a little shimmery, like it gives that radiance. This hair, weird. So just know that, but it's so pretty. I love it so much. I do. Okay, so right now I am going through the postpartum hair loss. That is something I'm dealing with. Like right here, there's a lot of balding going on. You can probably tell if I move it too much. So I put black eyeshadow. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Like, it doesn't look cute to have a bald spot, so I'm just trying to do what I can. Then also during my pregnancy, I got a whole bunch of these skin tags. Ugh. I know I need to go see a dermatologist for that. Like to get them removed. But you're worth it, baby. You're worth it. Okay, you're worth it. Beautiful bronzer. I love you so much. I rediscovered this a few weeks ago, and it's the only bronzer. Okay, no, that's not true. I tried to do a whole matte look a few days ago. Ew, my makeup did not turn out good. The combination of products that I used just did not work well, at least for me. So I did use a different bronzer that day. But aside from that, it's only been this guy. All right, so for blush, you guys, this one from Westman Atelier in this shade Bichette is so pretty. I'm sorry, I hope the baby doesn't bug you guys. It is such a pretty shade. It just gives like this really beautiful, like wintry flush to the cheeks. And just perfect for this time of the year. It's also a really nice blush to wear during the summer. If you want to have like that sun-kissed burnt look, this is a nice shade for that as well. You know, we want to fake it. We don't want to actually get burnt from the sun because it's so damaging. All right, so I just like to pick some up with a brush. This is the Jumbo Base from Sonia G. And then start tapping it in. That's a little bit more than what I want. So I'm gonna move over to this other side. And then I just go back and forth with the blending. I think he's gonna be such a silly boy. He looks so much like his grandma, my husband's mom. He reminds us a lot of her. Okay, so that's how that's looking. Bless you. Bless you. How do people do things with the baby? I want to know. Like right now, I'm totally forcing this whole filming with the baby next to me. I really hope you guys don't mind, because there is no other time that I can get this done. Truly kudos to anybody that's a parent out there, because no matter what, it's no easy task. All right, so let's move on to some eyeshadow. I'm going to use this guy from Dior. It's their holiday palette, or one of their holiday palettes. They're releasing so much. I can't keep up anymore. But these palettes are gorgeous. I bought the one from last year. The one from last year is a lot prettier, guys. I did like this one so much more. But the one from this year is nice. The formula is great on both. There's a lot of kick up on those matte shades. A few of the shades do look a little similar, but not enough where I felt like I was getting the same palette. So that's why I picked up the one from this year. I think I'm just gonna use these. Yeah, you know what am I gonna do? I keep only using these two shades because it's what I've had here in my vanities. Like I said, I'm just using what's up here. The only thing that I've been switching around, if anything, has been my foundations. By the way, the foundation that I wore the other day for my matte look is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Ew, this looked horrible on me. I think it's just a foundation I'm going to be using now to mix in with other foundations if I want to add more coverage or if I need to lighten it up a little bit. This one is one shade too light for me. It's too buff. So yeah, I've learned that is not a foundation that works well on me anymore on its own. It just did not look nice at all. So anyway, so let me just use this palette. I'm going to try to use a few other shades just because, you know, I want to get the most out of it. So I'm going to start off by mixing this shade here with this one here. Let's see how that turns out. This is going to go all over. It's actually going to go all over. Like mostly starting out in the outer crease, and then I'm going to blend it everywhere else. I'm going to mix these two shades. Just why not? I can't decide on which one to use, so we'll mix. And this will just go all over the lid. Nice shimmer. And then into the deeper shade to define the lash line both on top and the bottom. I went ahead and applied some mascara. I used my Chanel Balm de Chanel. And I have some new lip products here that I just got yesterday from the Sephora VIP sale. I did not place an order until the last day, so like everything that I had wanted was sold out, but I managed to pick up a few. As far as makeup, I just picked up lip products, some random lip products, and then everything else was skincare. I picked up another one of these Giorgio Armani lip powers. So these are so great. I picked up the shade 109. Oops, what's the name of it? Intimate. All right, so that's the shade right there. Well, that's pretty. Okay, and then I picked up one of the Gwen Stefani, one of the Give Bubble Pop Electrics in the shade Candy. I've heard mixed reviews about this. I haven't tried anything from the brand yet, so I was interested in this shade. This is not gonna go at all with this makeup. Okay, so it's like this gloss. It feels very sticky. It has a delicious scent. The bad thing with things that have scents like this, if they linger, they kind of tend to give me a headache. Sometimes I can even taste it and I don't like that. So we'll have to see about that. It does not go with today's makeup. So I'm not going to use either one of those lip products. So let's see about the lip liner. I got Terracotta from Huda Beauty. I have not yet tried any of her lip liners. And I like Huda's brand. And lately I've just been more into lip liners. Like I've been kind of obsessed with them. So I wanted to try out one of these. And this shade is perfect for today's look. So the lip liner we will use today. And then I'll decide on the lipstick. And this is Twist Up, by the way. Uh-oh, he's getting antsy. Okay, so I ended up filling in the lips with this lip liner, and it glides right on. It's a very creamy. These get me a little bit worried just because I feel like the creamier lip liners, although they glide on so easily and they have a lot of pigment to them, they don't tend to last as long. But I'll keep you guys posted on that formula because on its own, that is a beautiful shade. I do want to lighten it up a little bit though. So let me pick out, I'm looking around, I don't have a lot here to pick from. So let me go to my collection over here and I'm gonna pick out kind of a nudish shade and then I will apply that and that's gonna be it because this boy's getting fussy on me. Okay, so I ended up with Fawn from Lisa Eldridge. Oh my gosh, I saw that she released a whole bunch of stuff for the holidays, but it's all limited edition, so that's why I didn't grab anything. There were two palettes that looked really pretty that I wanted to pick up. It was Cinnabar and the other one started with an S. I can't remember the name. But I decided not to get them because I don't want to have a whole bunch of just limited edition things in my collection. Now, granted, I know this is limited edition, but I want to make exceptions to certain things. And those palettes just did not call for me that much to try them out. Love it. I kind of want to apply a gloss over this a little bit. I have this guy here. So it says, I don't think that it exists anymore. It's the Givenchy liquid balms. So they came out with new like swirly kind earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember when. I have to back up because I don't want him to hit himself on the desk. So yeah, I didn't pick up any of those because I have multiple of these and I really like them. But the scent, but this is a product where you can taste the scent, and for some reason I can make an exception for these. Alright, so there is the completed look. Let me hold up my baby. I have to try to not put him against my face when I'm wearing makeup because then he ends up like with a shimmery face, especially with that bronzer. But yeah guys, so this is the final look. I am so happy I had a chance to film today. Thank you so much for allowing me some time, baby. It feels so good to wear makeup even if I'm gonna be around the house, just to get up in the mornings, change and get ready. So the hair is gonna go up because he is pulling at my hair a ton and it is not fun. I will see you guys very soon. Until next time.